Solid 2 and 9. Now that we're going to hopefully calm some stuff down, I still have another graduation stuff to take care of here next month, but we should be on a little bit more of a direct path to making a little bit more content videos instead of live streams and just pop-up chats. So this past month has been kind of wild. We had graduation for both the girls, plus Tardot and Gunpowder came in for the graduation party. So we had to go to the store. I wanted to look for some stuff for the chickens, plus I had to get chicken feed, things of that nature, some new bedding that I needed for the small chicks that have now accumulated into the kitchen to be put out into the coop. So we strolled around there, we picked up the things we need, and then I showed them the gun counter, but there was actually ammunition on the shelf. That is a good sign. Now, am I saying the prices are still good? No, I still see a lot of elevated prices, especially for 223 and 556. While we were at this other place, I did find another box of 308. This is the Hornady American Whitetail. This is the stuff my 308 really likes to run. This is the thing I shot my last deer with. It's a pretty good cartridge for me. I don't know about you. I paid about, I think it was $21.99 a box for the, it might have been $24 for the Hornady American Whitetail. And 308's hard to find on a lot of people's shelves. The next little magical unicorn that people couldn't find, 6.5 Creedmoor. 6.5 Creedmoor, I just bought a 6.5 Creedmoor because, you know, I'm not shooting a 308 as well as I used to in past years. So I'm going to try the 6.5 this year. And then if all else fails, I'll go back to the 308. It's no skin off my Astrobule, as they say. So a lot of people couldn't find 6.5 or 308. There's plenty of that. Paid around $20-some for this stuff too. I don't have the receipt. I couldn't remember, but it was a good deal anyway. Basically, I think my bill just for ammunition was around the $40-some mark. So that's really good, really affordable. Well, after all the hoopla and everybody went on their way, me and Cindy had to go back to the store, and man, we had to get all kinds of stuff, especially for the new birds that hatch and all the jazz. But of course, I'm going to go run by the gun counter area, and there I found something that a lot of people can't find, and when you do find it, it is a horrible price, and it's $380. This is some, I got 100 rounds of $380, some Blazer. This stuff works pretty good in my 380s. Cindy carries a Glock 42. That's her carry gun. So we want to get that thing up and moving and running again because that's her everyday carry. So for the Blazer, I did save my receipt for this one. The Blazer, I paid $20.99 a box for the Blazer. That is a real great price. When me and Tardot were there, we went next door when I first picked up the first batch of ammunition, and they were looking for $45-50 for some 380. And I won't even get into the prices of the other stuff they had on their shelf. $20.99 a box, that's something I can get down with. Still a little bit elevated from what I would buy this stuff from. I think pre-cough, that was, I think it was sitting around $17 a box. So there's a slight elevation there. Not bad though, not bad for 380. The next thing, I need to run my carry gun, which I carry either a Glock 43, my CZ-P10C, or I carry some kind of other 9mm, whichever one I have. Then I found these defensive rounds, some hollow points, some of this punch stuff. It's been around for quite some time. We had it a long time ago at the shop, and I've shot a little bit of it, and it works fine out of my pistol, especially with my 365. It really likes this stuff. So I found this. This stuff was at one point like gold, because if you could buy Full Metal Jacket stuff, it was an arm and a leg. Then came, if you had no choice to carry a Full Metal Jacket and you found a box of carry ammo, it was outrageously expensive. When we were down in Tulsa this past year, self-defense ammunition was out of this world. When I was up here before I left to go to Tulsa and went to the gun show here, I was almost fuming at what the prices they were, about $110 a box for 20 rounds. This stuff, let me look on my receipt here, punch, $16.99. So that was in the ballpark before the COOF came around and ruined everybody's life. So that's a great deal. I should have picked up more, but unfortunately funds are limited. And this goes for people that go into the gun shop and they just ask for ammunition and they walk off pissed off, or they say some crude things to the people behind gun counters, and basically you act like a total ass. When you do that, people respond different to you, especially when you come in after that. Looking for ammunition. It's just the name of the game in retail. You should always be courteous when you're walking into other places. I'm sure they don't do that if they would ever go into your job, and you wouldn't want it to happen to you. But when you're nice to these people and you gain a conversation with them and you can agree on certain things, you may disagree on others, but you form a relationship with these people behind the gun counter, especially your locals, and even the farm shops, the people that sell guns, those FFLs, it could be beneficial for you. And this is a reason. This is 115 grain. Again, it's Norma stuff. That's what I see a ton of in my area right now, is a lot of Norma stuff. 115 grain full metal jacket. I paid, let me find that, Norma, $24.99 a box. So that's not bad either. That's not bad. So that's good. And the reason why I said what I said is because you could only get 9mm range ammo if you bought a gun there. And I have kind of struck up a good conversation with this guy for the past couple of months. He's given me a little bit of information on how they fill out stuff. I've bought a gun there. He knows who I am, so he gave me a box. That's why it's kind of, pretty cool to make these kinds of relationships with people at locals, because I didn't have to buy a gun to get a box of 9mm, and I didn't pay a ton for it. So all in all, I spent about 80 bucks, but for all this right here. But that's fine. That's fine with me, because you cannot find stuff that's on shelves. It's very hard. It's very difficult. And then when you do find it, a lot of people prices are still elevated. It all depends how your area is. Am I saying that the ammo crunch is over? No, because I still go into other shops besides the two that I always visit, and prices are still elevated. They're still at that level. I'm still seeing 223 and 556 running 134 bucks for 100 rounds or something crazy like that. I'm still seeing these crazy stuff. Sometimes online you can find it here or there. I don't like to buy stuff online. I like to leave, to be truthful with you, I like to leave my gun purchasing stuff off my credit cards, off my debit cards, anything that has to do with that, and just buy it the other way. So that's been a really good haul for this past week. I've got more than enough hunting ammo now. I don't have to ever worry about that. I have 3 or 4 boxes of 6.5 Creedmoor, and I have 3 or 4 boxes of the Hornady Whitetail, plus I have some with Fort Scott stuff. I have a lot of Fort Scott stuff, plus a little bit of some other 308 that I've gathered throughout my journeys and trips. So I'm well stocked with that. I'm really one of my greatest feats is the 380 stuff. 380 ammo is really hard to find. Again, I still can't find defensive rounds for 380, but I still have some in the good old little shit hits the fans scenario case. I still got a lot of hollow points from there. So we're gonna take some 380s out, run them. I might even carry my old little LCP2. I might carry that gun again now that I got some range ammo that I can run through there and give that gun a little bit of a workout to make sure it's still functioning, and it's gonna sit there and save my life if I need it. So good ammo score. Ammo's out there, folks. You're gonna have to search for it. You're gonna have to make the decision whether you're gonna pay for it or you're not going to. This is all up to you. I've got a lot of emails about ammunition. Should I buy this? Should I buy that? I mean, you got to kind of do the math and see how much you're paying per round. But if you need it, you have no choice at this point. I've always been stocking up. Every time I went into a place, I picked a box up. This is before the cough really took hold. Every time I went to a place, I picked a box up, whether I needed it or not. Went to another place, oh, look at that. They sell ammunition. Give me a box of this and a box of that. I have been doing this for constant over the years, and I've cycled some old stuff out, put the new stuff back in. Now it's really hard, so you're going to have to make these decisions whether you want to pay a really big premium price for ammunition that we saw just a few months ago, or you kind of going to go shopping around. But if you really need that ammunition, it's available. You just might have to pay a little bit more for it. Am I saying wipe the shelves clean? No, I'm not saying that. But if you can find it, if you can find a box, if you're carrying a 380, you find a box for $20, buy 2 boxes, run a box. That's how I look at it, run a box. Because sooner or later, this is going to have to die down. I don't know how much longer they can drag this shortage out, but I would always buy a box, even during the Koof. I would still buy a box at an elevated price, shoot a box, and replace it with the box that I bought. But I would only do 1 box at a time. I wasn't going to be, oh, I need 17 boxes, or I need 10 boxes, or I need your limit boxes. I just buy 1 box, run that gun, make sure that gun functions, if it's a half a box of ammo or whatnot. So it's all up to you what you want to pay for it. It is hitting the shelves a little bit more frequently in my area. Again, I don't know how your area is, but I'm well stocked up on my hunting rounds, and I'm going to have to get out there and shoot now that I have some of this stuff that I can burn off now. I didn't quite need a ton of 9mm. The guy at the counter just asked, I'll give you a box of this if you need it. I said, well, I'll take it and go shoot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot this box of ammunition because I've got quite a bit of 9mm. That's what I said was what I said, man, about being respectful and going in there and doing your thing, creating conversations with people, because in the end, it's going to benefit you. So hopefully we get back rolling on the point of making really good content coming up here the next couple of months. Into the fall season, especially for hunting. We're going to see a lot of those hunting videos and things of that nature. We're not moving, so we don't have to worry about another interruption at that point. As far as I know, we're not moving, so everything's good on that front. So there'll be more produced content here in the future. I'd like to thank my old and my new subscribers and just the people that zip by. I greatly do appreciate it. Especially my Patreon people. You guys have been hanging in there with me. I've got all my stuff set up. Going through my envelopes now. You guys should be getting that stuff here coming up next week. So look for your mailboxes for that stuff. I'll drop the link below if you want to join Patreon. If not, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share all the information on whoever you watch out on the internet. And like always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.